Yo, what's up, YouTubers? We're over here at Green Fiber in Weberville, Michigan. It's cold up here. It's cold. I tell you what, it is cold. So the ever-present saga of Get Her Done Son. I tell you what, the helping people and stuff like that. You got to be real careful with that stuff because the helps can be a hindrance. So, like, you're laying up treasure in heaven, right? And then you got to have this boundary system set up for, am I enabling a problem or am I actually helping? You know what I mean? And without specifics, man, I just put myself in a bind so many different times. And I missed so many opportunities. I could have 3 paying opportunities right now. And I'm letting all 3 of those opportunities go for basically for helps in this other area. You know what I mean? And it's getting to where it's out of balance. You know, it's you can only help so much, and then you can't fix stupid. So if somebody's doing stupid things and putting themselves in that bind, you're not going to be able to fix that. You can't fix. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't fix it. So, what's your tolerance? What's your risk? What are you investing in? What's your investments? And golly, it's so difficult because I found myself today in the initial. I was just like, I'm gonna build a boot shop in this person's ass. You know what I mean? And then I thought about it and everything, and then I thought back because I mean, here I am in a spot, and I explained to everybody involved what the situation was and how to go about it, and there's like this certain papers were not done, so there's no out. Had the whole thing set up. Here's this deal. It's all wrote up. Talk to the lawyers and everything else like that. And then through a lack of diligence to just do what needed to be done, now there's a situation. And because of that, here's these other trailing situations. Now, on the one hand, it'd be adios. You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, it's help some stupid people get through the winter and have a warm place to live, basically. You know what I mean? So in the grand scheme of it, this is where like you'll hear like these people that have resources and they're like, "Hey, I'm trying to run a business," and then you'll hear these poor people that never had responsibility. They never took care of that in their life. They hate rich people because they're like, oh, all they want is money. Now, one person will go out and he'll do what it takes to, acquire a rental property. And that's a lot to house your family and then step out and get more property and then rent that out and have a business plan and all this other kind of stuff. That's a shit ton of effort. And then the maintenance and all this stuff, right? So this other person that's never done that, they don't see it. They don't know what it's about, right? So they'll just look and they'll be like, yeah, all they want is money. They're greedy and all this other kind of stuff. And you can be a killer and just, I mean, this is how it is, hard-nosed, whatever. You know what I mean? And I set this deal up where there wasn't out, and everything's wrote up that these, it was rent by the room, and the rental agreement was hotel. Never never you live here. Always hotel. This is a room for rent. It's, a weekly pay situation. And, non-compliance of payment is immediate eviction. And all it printed out and everything. All I had to do is just be signed by both parties. And these people moved in, and these people went and got their mail changed to that address, and did all these things and now they can legally squat. You know what I mean? So that's and then of course now they're not paying, and then the weekly pay didn't get upheld. It went to a monthly. You know what I mean? And this is just like kind of an extended type situation to try to help an elder, and the elder just completely mismanaged the whole situation. And now, there's no propane. It's all been used up. Nobody's paid nothing. The electric's fixed to go off. And they look at me and they say, we need $2,600. Which is funny because that's how much the ticket I recently got was. And this is the month that I'm working to pay my taxes. Which I'm W-2. Last year I only had to pay $400. So that's a thing. Anyway, but this year, because I switched trucks, the way they do their taxes, with each truck, it starts at zero. So like I had 0 to 40 grand on one truck, and then it started over with 0 going to about 60 grand in this truck. And the way they punch their numbers in their system and withhold for taxes, it looks like 40 over here and 60 over there, which is not 100 all throughout the deal. So I'm going to get gouged. I'm going to owe some thousands probably $3,000 or $4,000 in tax. And they got to hire the lawyer to fight the ticket. And now it's just like, oh, hey, by the way, I need you to cough up $2,600 for the utilities. And I'm just like, well, isn't that nice? And I've been working. I haven't been home yet this year. I was going to do this load and then go home and take the wife for a nice little road trip, do some hotel stuff, and deliver a puppy, and all that. Looks like my dog's opening up. Duty calls. Anyway, so, I'm fixing to miss the opportunity for a 3-bedroom house that would have cost me $80,000. That's worth $200,000. You know what I mean? And I'm literally not going to be able to do that based on these other situations. But like these people that are squatting, they're retarded and they got kids. So, on the one hand, I'm helping the retards and the kids. On the other hand, I'm totally getting screwed. But that's laying up treasure in heaven, right? And that's what we do. That's going to last a lot longer. You know what I mean? So that's where getting back to the Christian thing. Like I wouldn't have the house I have right now, or the family I have right now, if I didn't make these particular hard choices. Everybody's a Christian when you're singing a song on Sunday. But when you lose, and you do that specifically for the kingdom, don't think the king doesn't notice. So the king sees your struggle, okay? God knows, God sees everything. And he also knows why. You know what I mean? So when I'm standing in front of Jesus, it's like, because immediately when I hear this, I'm like, I'll break their legs or whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, nobody in this account, nobody in this account, nobody in that account. And then I got to like pull money out of credit situations to cover. And, on the one hand, like I'm really just super grateful that I have the ability to scrounge it up. Like most people, from what I hear, I don't know most people. I know very few people. But these, Dave Ramsey talks about a lot of people can't cough up $1,000 if they need to. So here I am, in my opinion, in a bind, but I can still, come through and produce. And that's what it's all about, I mean, when you're setting your life up, you need to be ready to fail, and then fail, and fail, and fail. I did scrape up $2,600, and then get a lawyer, and then pay your bills, and then. So you better stay with that job. you dang sure better get to work, and I mean, you better be ready to get it. And I'm gonna get in this dock if this guy will ever get out of the way. I've been sitting there since 8 o'clock, and it's 10:03, and now the guy's out of the dock, and he pulled up, and now he's just like playing around, and he's got the whole driveway blocked. So he's sitting in the only dock. He's been empty for an hour probably. Yeah. So I got some coffee. I picked up this load Friday. It pays me $350. It's Monday. So you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I'm making less than $100 a day on this deal. And all these extra expenses and all this kind of stuff. Right? And that's the part they don't tell you. That's the part that's people don't realize. These trucks are, I mean, they're big trucks, and they're big money, and they're big expenses too. And you can, I mean, I haven't been home this year. It's February 10th. I left on the 2nd of January. And all my aspirations of coming home for 4 days just went out the window. That takes a toll on me. That takes a toll on my wife, my marriage, all this other kind of stuff. It ain't easy, boys. But, I mean, they don't exactly just give away $100,000. You know what I mean? There's no free money in trucking. You're going to earn it. You're going to earn it. Anyway, read that Bible. Exercise. Last thing you want to do is, death by tortilla. So, find out what food's killing you. Get away from that, for sure. If it wasn't growing out of the ground or mooing, don't eat that shit. For real. I'm not even kidding. I'm about to have to quit coffee. I just found out some stuff about coffee mold. So, anyways. Alright, well, I'm going to go back into this hole if this guy will ever get out of the way. Raquel.